Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This one's all going to be about the foam roller. Just before we get started though, if you could do us a favour and just click at the top of the screen on the poll and answer the question about what you want to see more of, whether that is cooking and nutritional advice and tips, or is it more workouts. I have got some videos planned, but due to the current situation with the lockdown, I can't really get out and film them, but they will be coming thick and fast as soon as I'm able to. Okay, so with today's video, we're going to talk about the foam roller. A simple piece of equipment that is essential in my eyes in every single sport. The benefits of this is unbelievable. These can reduce muscle soreness, improve flexibility and range of motion. It can reduce the chance of injury due to faster recovery. And I would always use one of these in a warm-up, regardless whether you're out cycling or in the gym. What you're going to see is the 10-15 minute warm-up routine that I do with the foam roller. Some of this is, I do use this to actually loosen the muscle fascia, and sometimes I use this to help increase the stretch range of motion, which you're going to see in a second as well. Yeah, but all around an amazing piece of kit. Now what a lot of people do is they go over the muscles too quickly. The whole idea is that it's nice and slow. It is meant to be painful, it's not meant to be comfortable. A lot of people will find a painful muscle or a painful part of the muscle and quickly pass that. The idea is you find that tight muscle and you go over it, you'll put pressure on the point. All this will make more sense as you see the clip, but you're going to hold your weight over that painful bit and then do slow movements just to work that muscle out. Some people use the foam roller in the cool down. I only use it in the warm up. And this routine that I'm going to do now is the one that I do before I train myself. It's a total body one. Obviously there's more exercise you can do with these. There's different techniques and different ways you can use them, but like I say, it's the one that I use. This is one that you could use before a training session, or you could use on your rest day just to get your body mobile and get your body moving again. As you can see, we're not working with much space, so I'm going to try my best to get into the best positions. Some of them can be awkward, but I'm going to try explaining each individual movement, why we're doing it, what muscle is working as best as I can. Right, let's get started. So whilst we're in this position, the easiest thing to start off with is your hamstrings. Okay, so what I see a lot of people do is small movements, but we want to go the full length of the muscle. So what we're going to do is start at the bottom of our hamstring, just above your knee. You do not want to go behind your knee, full of ligaments and tendons and painful stuff. You do not want to be rolling over there. So you want to be starting it just as your hamstring starts. And then what we're going to do is shift the weight by lifting our bum off the floor. Shift the weight onto the hamstring. I'm just going to go the length of the hamstring all the way to the bottom of the glute. And then we're going to come all the way back down as well. So let's try that again. So we're going to go hamstrings first, all the way to the bottom of the glute, all the way again. And what you can do, if it's not hard enough, is take one foot off the floor, just to make more strains over there. You can just rest that on top. And as you can see, I'm going the full length, twisting a little bit just to the right, just to get a bit of the outer hamstring, and then again, just get the inside of that leg as well. Now if there was a painful spot, for instance, say mid hamstring, what I'd want to do is just stop and just go little movements over it, just to loosen it up with the movements getting bigger and bigger. But hamstrings are feeling pretty good at the moment, so we're just going to go and do both hamstrings. You want to be doing about 20-30 seconds each muscle. Right, perfect. What we're going to do now is our lower back. I'm going to go side on for this. So you want to start at the bottom, again put your weight onto your lower back, try to relax, and then we're going to go the length of your back. All the way to the bottom, and again. What you want to do is put a slight bit more weight onto either side of your spine. You don't want to be rolling over the bones in your spine, so obviously you've got thick muscle either side. You want to just be putting a bit more pressure on either side of that. So this is my left side, and then put the pressure onto the right side. we're going to start rolling our quads. We're going to start with the bottom of our quads. I'm going to put some weight on there and then roll the length of your muscle all the way up and down. Make sure you're staying straight on. And then what we're going to do as well, again 20-30 seconds either leg, we're going to do the inside and also the outside of our quad, our IT band as well. And that is that. Only makes sense whilst we're doing our lower body where we work our glutes as well. Now this can be a very painful one, so it's important just to gradually put your weight onto your glutes. Try taking as much weight as you can by your feet and your hands. Just be very careful with it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to sit on it. Don't know if it's the best view actually. You can see I'm leaning back a bit too much now. What you want to do, keep your chest out and keep that weight down on your glute. So again, you want to do about 20-30 seconds either glute, 20-30 on this one, and I'm going to swap that over. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do now is just use a roller as a tool just to increase the stretch that normally maybe you might not be able to go through these motions. So for example, what we're going to do is we're going to get the roller in front of us. We're going to put those thumbs pointed up, and what we're going to do, we're going to roll the roller out as our body and head's going down. So we're not going to put our body weight forward. All we're going to do is push our head down, and what this roll is going to help us do is reach a little bit further out, and we're going to increase that stretch. So we're going to push our heads down in between. You might have heard a few cracks there, that just shows the movement. We're going through my shoulders and my lats. So you want to stay pretty relaxed up here. Not too tight, not too tensed up. And we're going to do that again for about 30 seconds. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is our thoracic spine stretch. This is about middle of your back. Very, very hard muscle to actually stretch itself. So what this is going to help do, again, it's an actual exercise. What a lot of people do is come through. What the roller helps us do is just go that a little bit further, just enhance that stretch a little bit. The more mobile and more supple we can be before we train, the less chance of injury it is. Now a great thing about doing each muscle and each side individually is if there's any imbalances, if you're stronger on one side than the other, this will find those imbalances and this will sort this out. So those thoracic stretches, for example, if you're tight on one side, you will realise that you won't be able to come through as far, and it's something you can work on. Like I say, that routine is going to take about 10 minutes max. You can use this before any workout or even on one of your rest days, just to help increase recovery, increase the blood flow into those working muscles, just keep you loose, less chance of injuring yourself. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you're not already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with any future video.